Alright there guys, and welcome back to another video. You're getting two this week. How nice. And today we are finally talking about Dragon Ball once again. The last time I remember making a Dragon Ball centered video that wasn't the Olympics ambassador video I made back in April, I think the last normal Dragon Ball video I made was my Dragon Ball Super review that I was doing around a year ago. So yeah, it's been a full year since I had a reason to really talk about Dragon Ball itself. But now I do, as the 2022 Dragon Ball Super movie has some more details. I was going to make a video about this in the mid to late May when the movie first got announced, but I decided to not do that and take a tiny bit longer break from YouTube. But now it's finally time to talk about the Dragon Ball Super movie for 2022. So, what is it called? Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Interesting name for the movie. Not sure how they came up with that, or how what relevance that has to within the movie. It must have some. But yeah, I just want to discuss the new details we have so far for the movie. So out of the things we've seen, what you are seeing on screen right now is how Goku is going to look in the movie. So the animation used in Dragon Ball Super Broly is not in this movie. The animation is not the same within this movie, which is a bit of a shame because Dragon Ball has never looked so good in the Broly movie. That is the best Dragon Ball has ever looked in its 35-year history running as an anime series. But the animation style seems to be a bit more like Dragon Ball FighterZ. That seems to be the best comparison you can make. Side note, Dragon Ball FighterZ is an awful game. It is terrible. One of the worst Dragon Ball games I've ever played. Okay, enough about that. So the animation is different, which not sure how that's going to go down. But regardless whether the movie ends up being good or bad, I will be watching it because it's Dragon Ball. Of course, I'm gonna give it a chance. But probably the most notable detail we've gotten so far is when the movie is set. Because Dragon Ball Super Broly, it was likely set not too long after the Tournament of Power, since the Tournament of Power was mentioned at the when we got to the present day part of the movie. The Tournament of Power was mentioned, so it can't have been too long after that. Now, where does Dragon Ball Super Superhero take place in comparison? Well, from the images that we've received, it actually looks like it is the end of Dragon Ball Z. Now, some of you might be thinking, what do you mean the end of DBZ? The defeat of Majin Buu was the end of DBZ, and Super starts 6 months after that. Well, the defeat of Majin Buu wasn't actually the complete full end of Dragon Ball Z. Because if you remember, there was a 10-year time skip right at the end of DBZ where Pan has been born and is like 4 years old and she's competing in the martial arts tournament. Which of course then of course there's a tiny bit of a further time skip when GT started. But yeah, DBZ actually has a 10-year time skip right at the end of the show, which is how we get to see Oob. So it's looking like around that 10-year time skip from the defeat of Majin Buu to the end of DBZ is where the movie will take place. As there have been images of Pan, and she looks around the same age as she did at the end of DBZ, around 4 years old. She's not a baby anymore. Which would mean Buller is like 2 or 3 years old now. Because she could speak by the end of DBZ as well. But yeah, as long as we don't have GT Pan, I think we'll be fine. And the lead animation director at Toei Animation for this movie has said that this movie is gonna have more slice of life aspects to it. So basically, I'm gonna hazard a guess. That means that there will not be as much action scenes in this movie as there was in Dragon Ball Super Broly, because once the fight between Goku, Vegeta, and Broly started, it literally did not end until the end of the movie. The majority of the present day part of Broly was Goku and Vegeta fighting him, and then of course becoming Gogeta. Will Gogeta be making a reappearance in this movie? I highly, highly doubt it. I don't think there will be any fusions. Because there's probably no reason to include Gogeta or even Vegito. We've had both of them now in Super. But yeah, slice of life aspects are going to be in this movie, and Dragon Ball slice of life episodes aren't even that bad. Like, one of Dragon Ball Z's greatest ever filler episodes, which was also a slice of life episode, is when Goku and Piccolo try to learn to drive. You remember that episode? It was a filler episode, but it's known among the Dragon Ball community as the greatest filler episode ever made. And then we have Dragon Ball Super's greatest ever filler episode, the baseball episode, which again was a slice of life episode, but due to the nature of who the characters are, they used their power within the baseball game. I mean, that episode in Super is especially good because it's the only time since the original Dragon Ball where Yamcha has actually been able to shine. Because Yamcha has been done so dirty since the very start of DBZ when he got killed by that Cyberman. It's not been the same since for him. So I am absolutely here for more slice of life aspects to this movie, because Super had very little slice of life within it. Like, we don't get to see just the characters interacting on a day-to-day, like how the characters act on a day-to-day basis. I mean, the very first episode of Super is pretty much a slice of life episode, since there is no action, at least on Earth. What is the movie about? We don't actually know yet. That's still a bit of a mystery. The basic plot of the movie, we're not quite sure yet. Like, we already knew the basic plot of Dragon Ball Super Broly, since Broly was coming back. So of course Goku and Vegeta are gonna fight Broly. We easily figured out that one. But this movie is a lot more up in the air with what the plot of it is. There's going to be action, so there's going to be some villain in this movie. But one aspect that has not been talked about at all yet in regards to the movie is, where's Frieza? Is everyone just forgetting that Frieza didn't die in the Broly movie? Like, he's just still around chilling somewhere. Or has everyone forgot? And also, what has he been up to since the Broly movie? Like, he hasn't really been doing anything of note. He hasn't appeared in the He has appeared in... he has appeared in the Dragon Ball Super manga. He's fought the current villain, Granola. But other than that, is he going to be in this movie? Who knows? He hasn't been shown off anywhere. I feel like the people making the movie would feel that it would be a bit repetitive to include Frieza. Again, because that would be the last 3 Dragon Ball movies in a row. DBZ Resurrection F, DBS Broly, and DBS Superhero, where Frieza will have appeared in all 3 of them. No character has ever appeared, no villain has ever appeared in 3 Dragon Ball movies back to back to back. Of course, Broly has appeared in 4 Dragon Ball movies. Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan, Broly Second Coming, and Bio Broly, and then Dragon Ball Super Broly. Of course, Broly movies 2 and 3, the Second Coming and Bio Broly, came one after another. But of course, BoJack Unbound was in between the first 2. And probably the final question that we all really have for this movie is Dragon Ball Super superhero canon? That's probably the one big question that has not been asked really by anyone yet. Is this movie canon? Because as far as we know, Dragon Ball Super Broly is canon. So Broly himself is now canon. Gogeta is canon. And the rewriting of Bardock's story is canon, which means Bardock isn't the evil, badass killer that he was in the DBZ Bardock specials. And that now means Gine is finally canon. Goku's mom. But yeah, that's probably the final question we have to ask about this movie. Will Vegeta's brand new God of Destruction form be in the movie? Probably not. But yeah, if you didn't know that, yeah, in the Dragon Ball Super manga, Vegeta, the newest chapter, Vegeta is now a God of Destruction. He now has God of Destruction ki. Similar to what Toppo did in the Tournament of Power against Vegeta. Vegeta now has that power himself. So does that mean Beerus is no longer the God of Destruction in Universe 7? And Vegeta is now... and it's now Vegeta? Who knows? But yeah, I very highly doubt Vegeta's God of Destruction form will appear in the movie, since this movie was announced before Vegeta's God of Destruction form was first ever shown off, which was last week, I think. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. Are you excited for the next Dragon Ball Super movie? It's already been 2.5 years since Dragon Ball Super Broly released in the UK. Will this movie be in US and UK cinemas again? I very highly... I find it very likely that it will be. Like, there's no reason for this movie not to be in UK cinemas and US cinemas when it finally comes out next year. Are you guys excited for the movie? I know I sure as hell am. It's Dragon Ball. Of course I'm excited. Of course I'm going to watch it. I haven't been a fan of this franchise for nearly 15 years for nothing. But that is going to do it for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please be sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. And until next time, catch you later.